over our garden wall. I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want. Yeah, you can have it all over our garden wall.
Hello there and welcome to episode 3 of Space Poddity, the music podcast we're doing to try and find out what our overall favourite Bowie album is. This is the third episode, so we've been doing some voting on X and we've obviously chatted about them on a couple of the pods now, which has been great. Delighted to say that we actually have the whole podcast team back from episode 2 to catch up here. So we have Caroline, Graham and Colin. Good afternoon, guys. How are we?
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone okay?
Hello.
Yep. Very well.
Not too hot this week.
Just nice.
No, absolutely. And I guess over the weekend we managed to do some more voting and stuff on X, which I'll come on to. But just in general, one of the things I've noticed when we've been doing the Bowie chat is that, and this is quite unusual because we do some polls and some are more popular than others, right? But there's an awful lot of chat traffic on the Bowie stuff, right? Like really busy. Most of it really positive as well, but the transferring that into votes is pretty low. I just no idea why that is. I just wondered if anybody has a view on that.
Right.
I think because for me, I find it difficult to vote on these things personally. So maybe there's other people like that. I don't know.
It's a good point. I had a couple of guys said I'm going to watch it and really enjoy it, but I just find it quite difficult and it changes all the time. I think was one of their views, but
Change.
I think it might be also the summer months, weekends, things on, football, gigs, and also maybe in the back of the big, huge, greatest Scottish albums. Maybe there's a bit of that because that was pretty full on. So
just a PS to Colin can come in as well. So I mean, we're averaging about maybe 40, 50 votes per tie, if that makes sense, right? And we got the back end of the album, Scottish album stuff, we were up 300-400.
Yeah,
a tie. It was really, really popular. But when you actually look at the people who are looking at the poll or the post or whatever, the average is about 2,500-3,000 views per post, which was actually probably a bit higher than the old Scottish album stuff. So you're right, there is a bit of that kind of, your weather's nice and people are out, but actually there is a lot of traffic around it.
maybe it's just niche.
Yeah. There's not as many Bowie lovers out there as maybe you think there are, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
I know
And
that's sad.
at this stage, it's hard to make a decision because they're all good.
Yeah, and I mean, I think if you like Bowie, like what we obviously do, it's hard to comprehend that people wouldn't, but obviously some people don't, So, but
Well, maybe the very nature of his eclectic music, Graham, is what puts some people off because they might like a style of music.
Well, I know loads of people that didn't really get any Bowie. I mean, I'm talking about people that are older than me, unbelievably, who didn't really get any Bowie till like Let's Dance. That was their entry point kind of thing.
Okay.
So this sounds bizarre, but it's true.
I suppose
that I think is borne out by this poll because I was astonished that Let's Dance was as close to Aladdin Sane as it proved to be. It's obviously more popular than any of us anticipated.
Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't even come close in my book, Caroline.
No. And yet that was the lowest margin of victory.
Yeah.
It was. It's all those youngsters, Caroline.
But of course, it was as I said before, it was the biggest grossing record.
Right.
Also, maybe seeing the a more broad poll, maybe there's just more people are connected to it if you have 20 bands, or whereas as it's just Bowie, so maybe that's an element.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
if it was Bowie against Prince, it was a Bowie Prince, and you were doing one album again, or something like that, or Smith's v Bowie, or
yeah.
I mean, I think that makes sense because there was a heck of a lot of rivalry going on in the best Scottish album.
Yeah.
People champion their favourite. favourites.
Something like the Beatles versus the Stones then. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. That's food for thought for another day. Right, you got me to the icebreaker there because I nearly forgot to ask you. Colin just mentioned it. So you'll get this one right. Between you, I have total faith that you're going to get this one, right? So I want you to tell me the UK #1 singles that Bowie has had.
Ashes to Ashes.
Let's Dance.
Laughing no.
It should have, absolutely. Yeah, there's two. So Ashes and Dance, definitely. There's three more.
Oh, Dancing in the Street with Mick Jagger.
Dance in the
Space
Street.
Oddity. Space
Sorry,
Oddity.
Graham?
Space Oddity.
Space Oddity, well done, mate. That's the curveball one. That was
And
the reissue.
Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas?
I wasn't on that.
He's on the B-side.
He was on. He was at Live Aid, wasn't he? I don't think he was on.
No, but he's on the B-side of the single. He goes, "Hello, this is David Bowie." The B-side is all messages.
It is, yeah.
And he does, and he says, and what's interesting about it is that he says, "Hello, this is David Bowie, not David Bowie." So that's almost my proof as to whether it's Bowie is the B-side to Do They Know It's Christmas.
I'll give you that then.
Not his name anyway. He stole it.
What's that?
He
Not his
stole it.
name. He stole it.
I know.
If he steals it, he can call it anything he wants, can't he?
Exactly.
I know.
What was the other one then?
Here's a wee thing. I don't know if you ever heard this. Did you ever hear this? It was on Radio 1, and I heard a tape of it, or a recording of it, so I didn't hear it live. But it was Bowie's birthday, and Scott Walker was asked to send him a birthday greeting. I don't think he charged him 50 quid or anything for it, but it was just like, he just said, would you like to wish it? And he said, Hi, David, this is Scott Walker, and blah, blah, blah. I'd like to wish you, just say how much I'm a fan of yours and stuff. And Bowie was practically in bits. After he'd heard it, he could hardly speak.
Yeah.
He was so emotionally touched by the fact that Scott Walker had even cared that much about his music and stuff like that.
Didn't know that. You forget sometimes that these icons obviously have icons.
Yes.
They all came from somewhere, didn't they? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Do we still have one more to get?
One more to get, yeah.
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure. There we go. So you've excelled yourself. You've had 6 out of 5 there. Well done. It's another first.
Allow me.
Fantastic. Right, okay. Right, let's pull up the results from the weekend then, see if we can find that. Hopefully it's here. Okay, we got that?
Yep.
Cool. All right. 4 of them, and as Caroline says earlier, sort of bottom up, the one that was tighter than that for quite a while. It was around 60-40 for quite a while. Was Aladdin saying Let's Dance, and then moving up the way, the gap generally gets a bit bigger, and Hunky Dory pretty much, surprisingly, a little bit for me, was so far ahead of Black Star because of all that emotional stuff to Black Star that's been out there. But what was our take on those? No surprises, really?
No surprises for me.
No surprises, but the thing that struck me was that all the winners came out, within a 5-year period, which, when you consider he made his first record in 1967 and released his last in 2016, that's, pretty much a favourite period by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's interesting. And back to what Graham said earlier about, people liking him or not liking him, and they're all very different. I know we'll talk about them a little bit, but there's no real. Is there a thread going through them? And maybe Ziggy to Aladdin saying a little bit, maybe, but they are really different, aren't they? The records that won.
I suppose it is that the golden years. That must have been the period that people were most connected and moved by his music. Maybe.
I mean, I would say, there's the thinnest of threads between Hunky Dory and Ziggy, basically, which is, Queen Bitch, maybe, and, Ronna plays a bit on that record. But, between Ziggy and Aladdin Sane, I can sort of see a bit of a thread, but it sounds totally different because it's all very, with Mike Garson is really the lead sort of sound in that record for me.
Yeah, it's very piano based, isn't it? that kind of jazzy stuff as well. And then, of course, when you get to station, it's literally not unrecognisable, but it's another leap away from what was the one before that? Young Americans, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness me, couldn't be any different, really. So.
Yeah, I know. I definitely. I quite often like equate sounds to colours and things like that, and like the colours of those two albums are completely different in my mad brain.
What
Station
colours
to
are they?
Station is very silvery.
Silver.
I know the album cover silver anyway, or what is black and white, which is kind of silver, but what colour is what was the other one?
Young Americans.
Young Americans.
Yeah.
That's. I think the album covers are informing my mad brain, but like definitely it's got a quite a lot more technicolor for sure.
Yeah. One's a lot warmer, I guess, than the other, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is that the 4 albums? So if you give 20 people a pen and say write down the 4 best Bowie albums, do you think they write those 4 down? Most people. Or
I don't.
do you get into low and stuff or?
See, I would love Heroes to be in there, or Low,
Right.
one of those two, just to represent that whole part of his career that's so interesting as far as I'm concerned. But what would you sacrifice? That's the problem.
So what would you throw out then?
Well, see, I think Hunky Dory's going to win. Yeah, out of those 3, it's probably the one I listen to least.
Okay. Caroline, what's your take on that? Would you take these 4 or would you swap one out given the choice?
I'd probably have something from the Berlin period as well.
For what? What would you knock out?
Oh.
Oh.
Difficult. Probably Station to Station.
Oh.
Damn you, woman!
Popular choice.
Colin, you got a favourite out of those?
Favourite is Ziggy Stardust, but I think if you asked people in the street, you'd probably find Let's Dance would go in over Station to Station, I would think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, as you say, back to that
Not saying on what's best, but just in terms of, you said at the start, probably would have thought Let's Dance would have made it through.
Yeah.
Just in popularity.
Fair comment.
Let it go, Colin.
I will. I like Nile Rodgers.
I was just going to reference that, Graham. So if you remember, I asked you guys to have a go.
Oh, I know, but I was being contrary.
Yeah, well, you say that now. So Colin and Graham and Carling got 4 out of 4, and Colin, you got a wee bit less than 4.
1.
I think. How many?
1 out of 4.
You get 1, mate. Yeah, and I think you were lucky to get 1.
No, I was Ziggy Stardust.
I know, but lucky to get nils, that would say. So I think it probably was 4 favourites, and we also ran a little competition about guessing them and guessing the percentage and stuff. So just a wee shout out to at New Wave and Punk, who is on a whole bunch of the chat we do. So he get all 4 of them, and I think he forecast Hunky Dory at 77%, which was quite impressive. Props to the young man for that. Cool. So it's left us with the 4 that we've got, and we'll do a draw in a second. So here's a question for you. I'm not sure if this one will work or not, right? So bearing in mind that, this is the kind of imperial phase of, I guess, vinyl and all that kind of stuff, right? So the 4 albums that are through, Hunky Station, Ziggy and Aladdin, do you think you could have a go at telling me which one is the longest in time, sort of longest to shortest or shortest to longest on playtime?
Oh God, I don't know.
It's quite interesting. I had a go at it and got it wrong. That helps at all. I'll give you a second just to think about what you think the longest might be then.
I'm going to say the shortest is Station to Station.
It is? Okay, that's cool. Let's go up the way then. So it's 37 minutes, 54 seconds, Station to Station. 6 songs on that. What do you think's the next shortest one?
Aladdin.
Me? You say Aladdin, I'm going to say Hunky Dory.
Okay, the next shortest is...
I think Hunky Dory could be longer because it's got Life on Mars, which is quite a long...
Yeah, it's Ziggy, 38:29. It's only 30 seconds longer than Station to Station, which I was quite surprised at. And of the other two, which one is the longest then, Hunky or Aladdin?
I think Aladdin's the longest, my guess.
It isn't.
Hunky.
No,
Hunky
it's
Dory.
Hunky. Yeah, so Hunky is 41 minutes, 50 seconds.
Wow.
It's pretty chunky, I think, for a two-sided vinyl. That's like, you're getting to my favourite Rush stuff there. Do you know what I mean?
The 20, roughly 19, 20 minutes each side.
Give or take, yeah. So 41.50 for Hunky, 41.32 for Aladdin. And the other two were under
20 minutes is a long time for a bit of vinyl.
Yeah,
Side of
and
vinyl.
there was issues at the time. You could only put so much on. Is that right, Graham? Like on a side. Yeah,
Well,
or
you can put, it's a quality thing, obviously. Just, I can't remember what the exact number is, but like, obviously the shorter the record, the deeper you can make the grooves.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
the longer it is, the more
Is that
shallow
still
the
the same
groove.
now, or have they found a way around that, or no?
Nah, still the same.
I think that's why Cowboy Mouth and Bluebell's album, most recent albums, are both double albums.
Yeah, they wanted to make just make sure that with nice deep grooves on the record. So.
Nice product placement as well, Colin.
Yeah, thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Colin.
And Golden
and
Tree
Bobby
as well. Golden Tree is just one album, I think.
Yeah, it's just one vinyl, is that right?
One record, yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but the next one will be vinyl, won't it?
What do you mean?
If you do another one.
Oh no, they're both on vinyl. It's just that there's single vinyls rather than.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Vinyl.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the new, what's the new Skinner record going to be? Skin?
That'll be a single. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it short.
Good stuff. We'll happily exclusive that for you if you want us to, mate. Right, okay, so that was just a bit of trivia on that. So I'll come out of that and we can do the draw then for yep, here we go. We're back on again.
Yep.
Cool, magic. So we've only got 4 to draw now, so this should be it's the easiest we've ever done, I think, other than doing a final. So what we'll do is we'll get Caroline to pick one and we'll get Graham to pick one, and then it leaves us the other two. Is that okay, Colin?
Yeah.
Okay with that. Cheers. Okay, 1 to 4, Caroline, then give us a number, please.
Let's go for number 3.
Number 3 is Hunky Dory. Okay, so Graham, if this is your least listened to, you've got a chance to put it out here. So give us a number, 1, 2, or 4.
2.
2.
Yep.
Plays Aladdin Sane.
Oof.
Go, lovely jubbly, and that should give us Station to Station versus Ziggy. Yeah, I mean they're absolutely totemic, aren't they? Both of them, they're wonderful. You could vote those 100 times and you wouldn't be that bothered, I don't think, with the outcome.
I don't mind which one of the slot ones, to be honest. All of them all. So.
Yep, absolutely. But of course, I will ask you, so that's half the fun, isn't it? So I can check back in with you again. So we've got Hunky playing Aladdin Sane, and we've got Station to Station playing Ziggy. So, Caroline, give us your 2 for the final, please.
Hunky and Station to Station.
Hunky and Station. Okay, Colin.
Hunky and Ziggy.
Hunky and Ziggy. And Graham.
I think it will be Hunky and Ziggy.
Hunky and Ziggy. God, not a lot of love for Aladdin there. No votes for it at all.
Well, I love Aladdin, but I think it will get beaten out.
Yeah, no, you might be right. Okay, I think we'll get interested in that again. The nice thing is there's loads. Do you know what was nice about it? Loads of people playing. Don't know if you saw any stuff, and it's loads of people playing Bowie vinyl and stuff like. And I mean loads. I'm sure they do play it, but you do drop out of things now and again, don't you? And you're busy and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing we do this for, is to kind of re-celebrate all the amazing music that's out there. So there's a lot of that happening for Bowie at the moment, which is fantastic. So make sure you play some. I'll be knocking those out over the next few days. Cool. So we've done the draw, done the albums, done the panel predictions. Yeah, so before we do any other business, the idea this weekend, in parallel to the polling, is we'll maybe get some nominations for a playlist that we'll ask the guys for on X, and we'll be asking them for cover versions that either Bowie sang of other people's songs or other artists have covered of Bowie's songs. And it should be a pretty cool playlist, hopefully, once we can sort it all out. So, have you guys got anything that springs to mind that you want to give us as a starter for 10? Graham, you got any?
Well, I'd quite like to, because I don't really know this version of "Oh You Pretty Things" by Peter Noon.
Peter Noon.
Okay. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know if I've heard it. Don't remember hearing it.
That's fine. Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't say it's as good as Bowie's, but that's just a view, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
it's just, I can't think of that many people that have covered Bowie songs, so that I'd be interested to hear what other ones that there are about there. So.
There are a few out there. I don't know how deep that goes, but there's definitely a few kicking about. But yeah, you're right. I think that's half the fun, really. I think we'll get to hear some that we don't know about. So, Caroline.
Well, somebody that did cover Bowie was Billy Mackenzie. His version of The Secret Life of Arabia is on that Music of Quality and Distinction album.
Yeah.
And there's a wee other connection there because that album was produced by Martin Weir, who of course is in Heaven 17 with Glenn Gregory, who of course does an absolutely fantastic job fronting Holy Holy.
Who I'm going to.
As am I.
I've never seen them, so...
Oh, they're brilliant. Oh, he's fantastic. He's just so good.
Because they're stopping, I think, aren't they? Is this the last tour?
This is the last one.
That's why I'm going, so... If anybody wants to join me, they're very welcome.
I mean, Tony Visconti's 82, so being on stage holding a bass for, kind of pushing 2 hours, I think, is probably getting to the stage where it's maybe getting a wee bit beyond him.
Yeah, and playing it really well too.
And playing it really well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a cracking. Mackenzie's a cracker. Colin, you got any?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a whole album, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zhu. Sue George, the Brazilian, where he covers all loads of Bowie songs.
Yep.
Just like all the classics, and they're just beautiful versions. Sung in Portuguese. If you've not seen the film, it's a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah.
Watch the film and also listen to some of his covers. They're absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
I've been about for a couple of days.
Sorry, Graham.
The man, what's his name? Sue George. Yeah. I drove him and his band about for a couple of days. And,
okay.
Wow. What was he like?
They're lovely, aye. They're quite kind of young and wild, but they're really nice. Really good fun. Lovely.
I like that. Yeah. Well, thanks for both of you for that. It's a nice join. I scribbled down 5 Years by Cowboy Junkies, which is outstanding, and Mother. Bowie covers Mother, the John Lennon song.
Yeah.
Which is really good. It's a wee bit ropey to start with, but the last 2 or 3 minutes are fantastic. So.
Caroline, did Billy not do a version of Boys Keep Swinging as well?
Yeah, I think that was their first single. The Associates' first single on Double Hypnos. But I think it got withdrawn because some legal issue or something about it.
Sure. I've got that memory, a big memory of it.
Yeah.
It's definitely kicking about. And remind me, so Bowie covered It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City, didn't he? The Springsteen song.
Really?
Yeah, he did because I thought it was a Bowie song, Graham, for quite a long time before I got into Springsteen.
I thought Blinded by the Light was a Bruce Springsteen song.
That's a Bruce Springsteen song.
I thought it was a Manfred Mann song, I mean.
Just another couple of things that he covered. Cactus, the Pixies' Cactus on Heathen, which is really good. And he also covers Tom Verlaine, Kingdom Come on Scary Monsters.
He does, yeah, absolutely.
And then all the Jack Brel stuff as well.
Jack Brel. Verlaine's first solo album, I think.
Iggy, well, obviously some Iggy stuff he covered. Okay, listen, it'll be great fun. I think I'll be surprised if this one's not pretty deep. The stuff we've got on YouTube's good. We end up with 40 or 50 songs on them normally, so once we tidy out the riff-raff and stuff, which is cool. All right, magic, that's great. Okay, so have we missed anything? Anybody for any more?
Only thing, Station to Station, the song. Sorry, but it walks all over with the circle.
Okay, we want to have this chat, do we? Go on then. So, for anyone watching,
I never get involved in text things because I always feel like it's very difficult to do things in text with any kind of nuance. And obviously, I'm laughing when I say that, and you know why I'm laughing. So, but you know, definitely, I think what I'm saying is true, and I think most sane people would say the same thing.
So for them who didn't see it, we were a whole bunch of Bowie chat on Twitter X, and somewhere along that, Mike Scott, who's been a kind of very strong contributor to a lot of stuff we've done, Mike come on and basically was shouting about Man's Road World generally, but Width of a Circle specifically, and basically saying that it kind of jumps all over station to station, etc. So it did create quite a bit of bounce. It's fine. I mean, he's perfectly entitled to his opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did have to laugh that Lloyd Colin got involved in your Mike Scott and Lloyd Cole arguing about Bowie.
Yeah, I did like. I saw that. Yeah,
you can just sit and watch and let them go on with it.
So kind of get the popcorn moment.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything.
It's like,
but Lloyd does that. But of course, Lloyd just drops in and drops out again. He never kind of perpetuates it. But Michael, he'll stick along if he thinks he's got a point to make. But listen, it's fine. I would much rather we're on than not on. That's if there's no chat, there's nothing to chat about, right? So
I'm always glad to see it.
You're going to squeeze on the weekend, Graham, if you've got a particular view on anything? You have some comments to make?
Like I say, I don't like getting involved in these things.
Listen, feel free to.
I'm happy to talk about them, but like when you start texting, it's the amount of times I've either fallen out or nearly fallen out with people just because the text was taken the wrong way. So,
yeah, get that. It's hard to get the humour right, isn't it? I think myself and Colin in particular have had a few of those over the months.
I don't mind it though.
It's fine. We genuinely don't fall out. I think I've said this before. I think we've blocked two accounts in 5 years or something, which is unbelievable on X. You know, so we want opinions in music. It's what it's all about. So. Okay, magic. Caroline, Colin, Graham, thanks again very much for your time, mate. Really appreciate that. And for everyone watching or listening, thanks for your time as well. And hopefully we'll see you all over the weekend for the votes, and then we'll get together next week and we'll see what the final looks like. Guys, thanks again for your time. Until
thanks a lot.
Stay safe now. All the best. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Over our garden wall, I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want.